Ladies and gentlemen, now we move on to the next fight of the night. Representing Team India, please welcome to the ring, Satyagit!
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring from Mysore, India, is none other than Satyagit Changmai. He represents Genesis Gym, has a record of 4-1.
Hello everyone, my name is Satyagit Changmai. I am from India and I am here in Pakistan for the event IFT 3. My opponent is Zahid Khan, all the best to him. Thank you to your team and Jai Hind.
He has an unbeatable task of facing the Warrior Khan. Zahid Khan, much like Ijaz Ahmed, we last saw at IFT 1. He's somebody who got knocked out really quick, like Asad Varaich in IFT 1. Zahid Khan is coming in tonight in a good spot. He's high up on the card, which means the promoters believe in him. He's coming in, taking on a tough opponent, so he's got a tall task ahead of him, and that person is this man.
Please welcome Zahid Khan!
मेरा नाम है जाहिद द वॉरियर खान। मेरी फ़ाइट इंडियन के साथ है। 3 से 4 महीने हो गए मैं तैयारी कर रहा हूँ इंशाल्लाह, और IFT 3 में मेरी फ़ाइट है इंडियन के साथ। सत्याजीत नाम है उसका, और इंशाल्लाह अपना 100% दूंगा इंशाल्लाह। पाकिस्तान हमेशा जिंदाबाद।
Such a high-profile contest against an opponent like this. This is make or break for Zahid Khan. You don't get too many opportunities like this as an athlete. You don't get too many opportunities to do what Zahid wants to do tonight. He's had a very long layoff since IFT 1. That's a couple of years that he's had to work, train, think, meditate, do everything he possibly can to get in the best shape of his life, to come in tonight and perform in the biggest fight of his career, undoubtedly against the Demolition Man, Satyagit Changmai. This is the Warrior Khan, and he is here to put on a show as he hugs the Zaman Extreme tribe. His coach Zaman Khan, a great referee, great part of the Pakistan MMA community, undoubtedly invaluable. But as a coach, he has a lot to prove tonight. He wants to prove that he has the ability to coach his student from grueling defeat to brilliant victory, and he's going to be watching on as Zahid Khan tries to do everything possible to get the victory away from India and away from Satyagit Changmai.
Yeah, that was a grueling defeat, of course, back at IFT 1. It'll be really interesting to see the adjustments he's made since then. Coming off of a loss like that, you would imagine a lot's going through your head, but these guys did have a very fiery and a very physical face-off. So this is going to be a really, really interesting fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 7th fight of the evening, and it is 3 rounds of professional MMA action in the IFT featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with an MMA record of 4 wins, 1 loss, no draws. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 66 kilograms even. He represents Genesis Gym and fights out of Mysore, India. The Demolition King, Satyagit Changmai. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner with a professional MMA record of 2 wins, 2 losses, no draws. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 66 kilograms even. He represents the Zaman Extreme and Iron Tribe MMA and fights out of Wakant, Daxila, Pakistan. Zahid, the Warrior your referee in the ring when the action begins, Ubaid Shah.
Zahid Khan versus Satyagit Changmai. Satyagit, a force to be reckoned with. He's been very, very active throughout the years in the Indian MMA circuit, and he finds himself in enemy territories against Zahid Khan. Both fighters meet in the center, making reads on each other now. Satyagit controlling the center. Nice dodge there by Zahid Khan.
He's able to get out of position. Inside leg kick on his own. Satyagit was very confident, spoke to him before the fight. He said, they call me the Demolition King back home, and I'm going to show you why. As he moves in, both guys collide and now have some separation.
The sound of Satyagit, that low kick he threw on Zahid Khan, was just piercing. It seems like everyone felt that one. Zahid's throwing more low kicks there. Satyagit seems to be adjusting his cup. Some technical issues, but we will restart. Both fighters touch gloves. Zahid Khan with a jab feint there. Satyagit still in the center. Nice high kick there by Zahid Khan. Oh! A very hard hook by Zahid Khan.
He tagged him and Satyagit gave him a nod of approval. But right now they're in a scramble, pardon me. One of them wanted to get into a strangle. Zahid Khan with a clean connection. Got the respect of Satyagit. Body kick was a bit low. Zahid Khan gonna shrug it off. It was clean as per referee Ubaid Shah. He's right on top of the action. Zahid shoots in. Satyagit, good job of not being taken down, but now they swing for the fences.
Zahid Khan being very deceptively fast here. It looks like he's going to be biding his time, but then he opens up with these strikes, immediately catching Satyagit off guard. He's looking for a takedown, but Satyagit read that one.
Right in front of us here, referee Ubaid Shah on top of the action. Zahid Khan gonna get that body lock and take Satyagit down. Very crucial at this point in the round. Extremely important for Zahid to get that takedown right now.
Most definitely very important. He's going to try and control the fight, tire out Satyagit, get some points on the judges' scorecards, or just control him. He's trying to transition into side control Zahid Khan, but Satyagit doing a nice job of trapping that left leg of Zahid Khan, which is not allowing him to go into side control for now.
Exactly where Zahid wants to be. This point of the round. On top. He's got that side control. Satyagit trying to tie up his leg. Zahid caught him with a nice hook early on. That was one highlight of the round, and the other, this body lock takedown.
Zahid Khan still controlling Satyagit. Seems to be trying to create some distance here to post off and get some strikes. Satyagit doing a nice job of trapping the arms of Zahid Khan, the right one in particular.
His right arm's tied up. Zahid would be content staying in this position. Good mix up with the body in the head from the top position. Zahid posting up. Has that elbow to the throat of Satyagit. That's good enough to neutralize Satyagit trying to get away. Yeah, Satyagit's trying to hold Zahid down so that Zahid doesn't posture up and throw these strikes.
Satyagit doing a nice job of being very defensively sound. He's not taking too much damage, but the control time for now belongs to Zahid Khan. Zahid Khan trying every now and then to create some distance and get some strikes just like that. But Satyagit has been holding on very nicely as to avoid any damage.
10 seconds are up. The last 10 seconds and they go into their corners. Eventful round for Zahid Khan. Got the early strike advantage. Got the takedown, got the control. Satyagit needs to be able to compose himself, reinvigorate himself, and come in swinging in round number two, pardon me. So far, it's Zahid Khan. Good round for him, exactly what he needed. After that devastating flash knockout loss in IFT 1, he's well on his way to rectifying that. But so far, we've seen a lot more from him already compared to what we saw at IFT 1.
Most definitely. A lot more action, definitely, because that fight didn't last more than 20 seconds, I believe, if I remember correct. So this is good for Zahid Khan. He needs activity. He needs cage time. He needs to be engaged in the fight and dominate, and that's exactly what he's doing, and he's doing that very well. But they will be starting again in round number 2, and just like every round, you start standing up. So let's see how this fight goes. It could go anywhere from here.
Round number 1 in the books, plausibly, for Zahid Khan. And now, let's see how they both adjust as we get into this now. The third Pakistan-India fight tonight. And they touch gloves and they're underway. Both fighters in the center, tentative, as they should be after a hard first round. Kick goes wide.
You can see Satyagit is more labored in his striking now. He's felt the pressure, the top pressure of Zahid Khan. I can assure you, most definitely doesn't want to get taken down again in this round. So that's why he's trying to maintain his distance, get some shots in from outside the range of Zahid Khan. And Zahid Khan, just like that, he's going to be deceptively far away from Satyagit before he opens up with more strikes.
Zahid now, look at that, feigning with those kicks. Feigning with those punches, trying to create those openings and get those reads in. He wants to read where Satyagit's going to move if he shows him something. This is show and tell. Satyagit spins, but Zahid is there to catch him. Another body lock takedown. Zahid's been ready for these clinch positions.
Satyagit is going to be really angry with himself with that error there. He spun, he gave his back, he got taken down. Zahid Khan back on top, just like the previous round, and you can imagine he's going to do more or less the same that he did in round number 1. Satyagit needs to find a way to get out of this, and I keep saying this, Daniel, I keep saying that without the fence, without the cage, it's really hard for these fighters that are on their back in particular to get back up, because usually you have a fence or a cage that you can push off of, post off of, put your weight on. But in a ring, there's no weight distribution on the fence. But Satyagit does a nice job of reversing positions now, and he ends up on top. And he needs to make this worth it. He needs to make the most of it. He needs to get back on the judges' scorecards. He needs to get busy. He needs to be able to control Zahid Khan from here.
Satyagit now moving out, trying to get into that side control, but Zahid does brilliantly of adjusting with the scramble and getting on top of Satyagit. Perfect stuff there by Zahid Khan. Satyagit was trying to disengage from the grappling exchange and get back up, but immediately Zahid able to turn that around, get the takedown, and now he's ending up on a favorite position again.
Zahid Khan in a dominant position once more. Satyagit most definitely very frustrated now, because they're in round number 2 and he's really far behind on the judges' scorecards. If you want to take this to decision, then so far Zahid Khan has been taking this fight into his own favor. Satyagit trying to keep Zahid Khan close to himself, trapping Zahid's arms so as not to get hit by those strikes up top just like that. Zahid Khan trying to create some distance here. Satyagit with some strikes off his back now. Zahid Khan trying to hit Satyagit with anything he has, even a shoulder. Picks him up and slams him back onto the canvas.
Zahid staying in control. 5 long minutes in pro MMA. Satyagit has just been outclassed when it comes to the wrestling department. Zahid's been controlling him. Zahid's been playing to his strengths. Zahid's shown that he's not afraid to strike, but much like Ajaz Lee Ahmed earlier, it's all about keys to victory, and he seems to be having the keys of the kingdom in his hand right now to Zahid the Warrior Khan. Satyagit trying to throw something from bottom, but we've seen this a lot, Salman. We thought this was just a Pakistani problem, but the inability to find a way to get back up on your feet when somebody else is on top of you seems to be something that spreads across the border.
I sound like a broken record now. I keep saying there's no cage, there's no fence, and without that, if you're a mixed martial arts fighter, it's very difficult inside a boxing ring when you have ropes. You can't push off of that. So without a cage and a fence, defensive wrestling, when someone's on top of you, controlling you, and applying pressure with ground and pound, it's very difficult to get out of those positions.
10 seconds left in the round. We are going to be seeing the end of round number 2 as well, it seems. And that is all she wrote for 2 rounds in the books. Round number 3 coming up your way in just a minute. Satyagit Changmai and Zahid the Warrior Khan doing battle here. 2 hard rounds. Not exactly a crowd-pleasing fight, but nonetheless, technical as technical can be. Zahid Khan finding the ways to win this fight through those body lock takedowns, through that jiu-jitsu, by finding the back door every time and being able to stay on top of Satyagit. What have you seen so far?
It's been Zahid Khan's fight so far. Satyagit had a chance in the middle of that round to make the most of it when he was able to reverse positions and get on top of Zahid Khan, but Zahid Khan was immediately able to reverse that and get back in a dominant position, and he's been controlling Satyagit very well throughout the entirety of these first 2 rounds. But as we move on now to the 3rd and final round, I expect that Satyagit does not want to get taken down. He's going to try and maintain his distance. He's gonna try and use his striking and keep Zahid Khan out of range. But Zahid Khan is just doing a very nice job of being out of range and in range very deceptively. He's able to get close into the range of Satyagit without seeming like he's in range, and then he explodes, and then he takes him down, and then he catches him with some strikes up top. So Zahid Khan has been doing very well in controlling the fight and the pace, and just controlling Satyagit in this fight so far. But the 3rd and final round will now be underway, and the fighters meet in the center. Zahid Khan, of course, showing the body language of someone who's very confident. Satyagit looks a little defeated and labored. And you will be if someone's been on top of you for 8 minutes almost.
Yeah, it's been complete one-sided in the grappling exchange. Zahid Khan with a head kick almost apologizes there. Why is he doing that? Stay on top of him. He almost felt bad. Such a sweet guy. A very nice connection there for Zahid. Rocked Satyagit.
Rocked Satyagit and didn't show a lot of haste. Didn't show any overextensions, overzealousness, staying composed and calm, as he should, because the fight it's been his fight so far. He doesn't need to take risks. Another hard kick by Zahid Khan. Satyagit returns fire with a low kick, but Zahid Khan was able to catch that leg and take Satyagit down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been the story of the fight in rounds 1 and 2, and now going into the third one, it's the same story.
Zahid Khan's done great for himself. He's a few minutes away from a short victory if he can keep it like this. It is past midnight here in Lahore, but these fights roll on. Coming up after this, of course, we have the Professor Hazik Chandio in a high-intensity welterweight kickboxing bout as he takes on Ritik Kalsi. After that, we have Ankit Panchal, the Braveheart, taking on the Lone Wolf Bilal Hussain, what promises to be a high-stakes bout. And then, of course, 2 title fights, both 3 rounds. The co-main event as the Hungry Wolf, Pardeep Huda, taking on the finisher, Rafiq Afridi. You do not want to miss that one. That's going to be a crazy fight. And, of course, the main event, Ravi Saw taking on the Renegade, Memosh Raza, in your main event of the evening. 2 title fights to close it out. Pakistan versus India all the way through. So far, Pakistan is cruising in cruise control, getting these wins. But let's see if Zahid Khan can keep that momentum. Looks like he will. He's going to be on top, getting it done. So far, so good, so easy for Zahid the Warrior Khan.
Zahid staying busy. Zahid Khan staying busy on top. Satyagit just has no answer.
Satyagit with these shots to the body peppering Zahid. They're not doing anything. He's trying to stay active in the fight. Zahid now on the tripod, posturing up, throws a hard shot to the body himself. These guys are just exchanging shots to the body, not really advancing position. There are a few strikes not being thrown away from Awais, potentially standing them up, but they're staying active enough where they're not going to get stood up. And Zahid is not doing himself a lot of favors in the highlight reel department, but he is definitely on his way to get the victory.
This has been Zahid Khan's fight so far, and it seems like it will remain that way until the end of the fight. A very easy decision to make if you're a judge. Satyagit just bewildered, lost, has no answer for Zahid Khan's pressure. It seems like he hasn't shown anything, any way that he can get back up on his feet. Zahid Khan just on him like a bad bug. Zahid Khan staying busy enough, like you said, Daniel, so that referee Awais Shah will not stand them up. And I'm just wondering where the corner of Satyagit is. Not much being said there.
Yeah, they're sitting there. I see them. They're not doing much. I swear to God, they're not doing much at all. Like, they're looking on. There's no advice. There's nothing being said. His teammate already lost tonight. He's there. I don't know if those are coaches or what, but either way, Zahid the Warrior Khan, take nothing away from him. Does the deed, does what he's supposed to do, dominates 3 rounds, and puts Satyagit on his back for 15 minutes. We're going to go to the judges' scorecards. Seems like a foregone conclusion, but we will make it official in just a minute. Salman, not a lot to break down, but I will leave you to it regardless. Zahid the Warrior Khan potentially getting his win back if the judges saw it the way we did. In no realm of possibility do I feel like this is a win for Satyagit, but we're going to find out in a second.
If the judges didn't see it the way we did, they shouldn't be judges. This is a very easy fight to call. It's very obvious who won. I'm sure Zahid Khan is all smiles, and deservedly so. Satyagit already knows the outcome. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be it. A very hard-fought fight by Zahid Khan. And he, of course, will be taking home that W for Pakistan. as we move on to the ring announcements with Danya Nasser Mirza to make it official.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges scored this contest 30-27 on all 3 scorecards, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Zahid the Warrior Khan!